What's shaking, people? Back with another reaction, back with another Izzy dip. Once again, big shout out to major friend of the channel, Izzy World, who has provided another batch of Lucky Dip reactions to go through. He did indicate that there's a theme with this batch, which is Sonic Territories. I like the idea of that. He said that some tunes fit that theme a bit more than others, which, you know, that makes perfect sense. He didn't indicate an order he'd like me to go through, so we'll go in that order. I will say there was a title that caught my eye when I just briefly scanned the C, but I think it's like the penultimate tune, so it'll be a little bit before we get there. But either way, we are going to start with Shara Nelson, a name I don't know. I don't ever remember hearing that. And the tune is Friendly Fire, which, you know, as a phrase, it's used, you know, more technically in a military context, but is often used in, you know, cultural and social context to indicate an attack or some sort of animus directed normally towards someone opposing the person or the group or the movement in question, but which is then hit or which lands upon people who are supposed to be allied or friendly to the people issuing the attack. So I do wonder on what level we're talking about friendly fire. Whenever I see a title like that, my immediate inclination is to think that it might relate to emotional understandings of the phrase. So it could relate to, you know, not intending to hurt someone, or like being hurt by someone who you're very close to, where it feels like, wait, like I thought we had a thing and instead you've hurt me, like I don't understand. So obviously that might have nothing to do with it. And again, I'm not familiar with Shara Nelson, so I have no context for any, you know, sonic stylings or songwriting tendencies. So let's listen. This is Shara Nelson. The tune is Friendly Fire, and it's a Lucky Dip sent by a friend of the channel, Izzy World. Oh. I like the way that was chopped or like phased. Some Alan Wilder Recoil vibes, which reminds me, man, I gotta get back to that. The soulful vocal mixed with the gritty and grinding sonics. Got that down-tempo feel. It's elegant and rugged at the same time. The vocals.
See
turntablism touch, whether it's actual turntablism or an effect with that sound. I like the subtle keyboard chords. They're like really low key, but they add depth. A little guitar sting. Push the passion of the delivery. Yeah, it sounds like pain from what should not be a source where you would expect it, but she also sounds defiant, like, you know, she's not going to let it break her or put her off. So yeah, not sure about all the lyrics because I was often just struck by her soulful vocals. Really, really great vocals, love that. And again, you know, for those who don't know, Alan Wilder's Recoil project has a lot of these down-tempo industrial beats mixed with like soul and blues singers. So it really felt like it was in that territory. So yeah, ultimately, this is a style, or at least, you know, what this tune hit me as is something that I've, you know, a combination I've heard before, but I really think it aced it. The way that the lower end of the tune was very like rapid fire and sort of gritty and grinding, mixed with that soulful vocal and these, you know, kind of big, heavy, rugged down-tempo percussion. It just really was a fantastic blend. So yeah, top track. Again, don't know Shara Nelson, but definitely loved her singing on this one, and if that's an indication of her sonics, it's probably an artist that I would be quite fond of. So yeah, I don't know, time-wise, again, I feel like I've gotten myself into a trap. But I would say maybe post 2010, maybe within the last dozen years or so. What do you think, Luca? She's not interested. But yeah, again, I feel like less and less confident as I go forward. I mean, some of them, I guess it does depend on the sonics. Like, you know, there's a certain type of like synth pop sonic or like pop rock sonic where it's like, okay, I'm reasonably confident this is somewhere in the decade we call the 1980s, but in other cases it's far more opaque and it feels like much more of a sort of speculative guess. In any case, as the queen wakes up and decides what she wants to do next, which is probably briefly groom herself and go back to sleep, once again, shout out to Izzy. I really do appreciate the support of the channel. And yeah, there's so many things I've been meaning to catch up on, but there's something that I've been meaning to catch up on. So I'll be, you know, talking to you about that soon. Let me know if you are familiar with Shara Nelson, anybody else who sees this, because I am curious if this is, you know, indicative of the work she does or if it's in some ways anomalous. So in any case, let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.